Shabbat Shalom for this, the final Shabbat of 5780. The Torah portion for this Shabbat is a double portion of Nitzavim-Vayeilech. It also will be Slichot when Shabbat is done on Saturday night. Nitzavim-Vayeilech close out our year. Atem Nitzavim Hayom says, you are standing, all of you, this day, and literally Hayom, today. Nitzavim is in the present, and so it's an ongoing process, and today, therefore, would be appropriate to translate it. Nitzavim itself, the word, comes from a root which means to stand, but also means to be perpendicular. And so you are standing upright. You are all perpendicular, all standing, in a sense, ready to move forward. You are standing today. And then Moses adds a list of who is there that day, from the elders and the officers, from the leaders of the community, down to the very menial workers, those who stay in the community, stay in the area to cut the wood, those who have to leave the area to go gather the water. All are together, men, women, children, even those who are yet to be born, those who are not here today. Those are all present to enter into a covenant with God in their final steps before crossing over into the promised land. Atem Nitzavim Hayom, you are standing upright, at attention, ready to move forward today. All of you, those here and those not here. The Torah then moves forward through that process, through that idea of how we are standing ready to go. Atem Nitzavim includes then many different commentaries and midrashim on who is on the list, why they are on the list. But I think it's important for us to realize that as we close out the old year, we are all standing upright. We are all, in a spiritual sense, upright. We were there, we are there. Atem Nitzavim in the present. We are there with Moses, with all of Israel. We are those who are not there at the time of the speaking, but we are there because we are included in those who are not there. We are standing ready to move forward into the new land, into the new year, into the new promises that we can create ahead. This then moves forward from Atem Nitzavim, the Torah portion of the first part, to Vayeilech, the Torah portion of the second part. This is Moses reminding Israel that he will not be accompanying them in their move across the river and into the land. But Moses is also saying he will always be here, both through Joshua, who he appoints, and through all of the teachings. For in Vayeilech it says that there will be a Torah, a teaching of this. And Vayeilech is in the imperfect past. It's a strange sense of the Hebrew, but it is the imperfect, it's the yet to be included. And we are reminded that the Torah that Moses gives in Vayeilech, again, he says, is for everyone. And again, he includes a list of men, women, children, even the stranger who is in our midst. All are part of one law, one teaching, one rule. We welcome in the stranger in Vayeilech to the Torah, to the covenant, to all that we have been given in Nitzavim. This Torah portion then closes out our year, which has been a year of, indeed, trials and tribulations, even as Atem Nitzavim is the close of trials and tribulations that Israel has faced for 40 years of wandering in the wilderness. The new generation is now ready to go. And Moses in Vayeilech says, you will teach this to your children who are yet to be born. So this is something that must be transmitted in every generation. We are all Atem Nitzavim Hayom. We are standing together today, everyone, no differences, no hierarchy, no better or worse, no higher or lower, but all equal in God's eyes, all equal in the entrance into the covenant, and all standing for each other, upright and ready to move forward. Vayeilech, we have faced the trials and tribulations of the past. We use the Torah to teach us how to handle the trials and tribulations yet ahead. And so as we enter into this Shabbat, as we close out the year, as we prepare ourselves for the new year to come, We pray that we may always stand by each other, stand with each other, and stand for each other. And we will always welcome the stranger who will become a part of our community, for we were all strangers before this. We are all strangers in a sense after this. We each are a stranger to someone. We are each a part of community with others. All will become Atem Nitzavim, standing upright, so that we may Vayeilech, we may move forward, we may go into the promised land, into the hope and the treasures that lie before us in the new year. This has been a year of trouble. For Israel, it was 40 years of difficulties and trouble. We pray that the 40 years for us are compressed down into just a matter of months and not even a year, so that we can make the new year one where we can teach Torah to everyone. We can teach the teachings of fellowship, of love, of companionship, of support, of a sense of covenant with people together before God. And so may it be Ken Yiratzon, Shabbat Shalom.